On Your Side tonight with Jamie Boll starts now.
The water just keeps coming.
A stretch of devastation after Hurricane Idalia slams into the west coast of Florida.
We're just hoping that our house is in a houseboat when we get back.
The danger isn't over yet.
We get everything ready just in case. You just never know.
We're tracking what's left of the storm and how your neighborhood will be impacted. We have live team coverage for you tonight. Our crews spread out from Florida to the South Carolina coast to right here locally. Good evening. I'm Jamie Boll. I'm in the First Alert Weather Center with meteorologist Rachel Coulter. Of course, that's where we have to start. Rachel, let's get the latest track on this storm right now and the impacts we're seeing.
Absolutely. No longer a hurricane.
Yep.
So if you're tuning in for the first time tonight, tropical storm status at this point, and that will likely remain the case as it continues working pretty quickly now. Movement to the northeast there at about 21 miles per hour. And this is going to quickly skirt the area here to the south and east as we work our way into the late evening hours and into the overnight period. You can see the latest track there, keeping the center of circulation on the south side of our local area. Tropical issues or warnings are just to the south and east of our area, not including any of our local counties. And what you'll notice, there's some tornado warnings now going up just into northeastern portions of South Carolina and southwestern North Carolina. You've got lots of flood warnings, new flood advisories just issued just to the south and east of our area. And that's where the impacts are the highest from the system, just south and east of us. Tornado watch in place from Wilmington down towards Charleston. Flood watch does include the Charlotte metro still, but fortunately our rain totals look lower in Charlotte as opposed to not only what we're going to see to the south and east of us, but even as we were thinking here just about 24 hours ago. So now isolated flash flooding is possible, but where you have the likelihood of flash flooding, that's going to be more so out towards Chesterfield County and even portions of Richmond County and off towards the south and east. Right now, this is more of a lighter rain. It's steady. It's bringing impacts to the area, but not the heavy downpours we're seeing a little bit farther south and east. So Lincolnton still seeing steady rainfall out towards Denver. The Charlotte metro had a quick break. That rain's filling right back in. Some heavier downpours in northeastern Cabarrus County over Concord and southeastern Rowan County. And where we have the steady and heaviest of rainfall locally, that's from Wadesboro down into Chesterfield County, Rockingham, and just to the south and east of Lancaster. We're going to keep the rain around, and the winds are going to be picking up here into the next few hours or so. So I'm going to have an hour-by-hour breakdown of what to expect the rest of tonight, but when Idalia moves to the east and what that means for our forecast as we head towards Labor Day weekend coming up.
All right, Rachel, we'll see you in a few minutes. Right now, let's get you to the coast. Our Brandon Hamilton, you see him here. He's live in Myrtle Beach tonight. Brandon, every time we have seen you tonight, it looks different. What are you seeing right now? It looks like it's kind of nasty at the moment.
Jamie, it is nasty. I know Rachel talked about light rain in the Charlotte area. That is nothing what we're experiencing right now. It is a torrential downpour. In fact, the wind has also picked up. At times, this hoodie, it's just been hard to stay down. Now, we are here on North Myrtle Beach. Unfortunately, we have seen people who've gone into the water, and that is not what you're supposed to be doing. You can probably see this group of men. They're walking now here on the beach. Again, the advisory has been to stay home and not come on this beach. These are dangerous conditions right now, and just definitely feeling Idalia getting closer and closer here to North Myrtle Beach. Again, Jamie, the concern are these waves, the tide, and just what that can do to anyone here on the beach. Now, preparations have been happening all day. Right now, there's a party going on. I was able to talk with a gentleman who says he is going to stick it out here on the beach. Take a listen to what he had to say.
I'll be waiting right here.
Right here?
Yep. We'll be doing live updates on Facebook all through the night right here.
And when you say right here, like here on the...
Right here. I'll go out here. I'm over here underneath the shelter. We have a good time. There'll be about 60 of us deep. We're just doing crazy stuff.
Again, Jamie, you heard him describe where they are going to be at. That is about 5 minutes at a restaurant, so they are safe at some location. Again, if anyone from Charlotte plans on coming here to the beach, do not do it today. Wait until this storm is far gone. Again, Jamie, I just want to set this scene again here. There's a torrential downpour happening here on the beach. The wind, you could probably see the rain. The wind is coming sideways, so again, that's just a sign of how fast these conditions are changing. As you mentioned, just an hour ago was different. Now it is getting faster here. So I want to send it back to you in the studio. We'll, of course, bring you more coming up at 7:30 and, of course, tonight at 11.
Brandon Hamilton live there in Myrtle Beach. Inland flooding obviously going to be a concern in that area as well. We'll be watching it. Right now, let's bring in Gloria Pazmino. She's live in Clearwater Beach on the Florida coast. Gloria, the worst of that storm hit this morning. Looks like maybe some sunshine even breaking through right now. Tell us about the damage you've been seeing.
Well, it sounds like you guys are experiencing conditions over there similar to what we were dealing with here last night. And Idalia has moved out of the state of Florida. It is headed in your direction now, dropping a lot of water. It has significantly weakened, but it's still a very dangerous weather system that could bring a lot of water like what you're looking at here. We are in Crystal River, not far from the primary area of northern Florida on the west coast where it directly impacted places like Cedar Key. This is an area that has been impacted by flooding like what you are seeing behind me. The cleanup, the damage here is still just being assessed.
My house is down in Keaton. Okay. I don't know if it's there or not.
Evacuees of Florida's Big Bend grateful for safety now, but anxious about what awaits.
We're just hoping that our house is in a houseboat when we get back.
Idalia made landfall early Wednesday on Florida's western coast as a powerful Category 3 hurricane.
Oh my gosh!
Communities like Keaton Beach, Horseshoe Beach, and Cedar Key among those hit hardest.
We're still assessing what is all going on the ground in the places that had the initial impact.
Even after the storm left some areas, the danger has not, with extensive power outages and flooding.
Some of the major east-west roads along our coastal area are completely shut down now due to water coming over the roads and making them impassable.
Idalia's storm surge meeting higher than normal tides due to Wednesday's supermoon.
There's more water coming, so we haven't really faced anything like this in a while.
Idalia barreled into southeast Georgia with hurricane strength. Parts of the coastal Carolinas are also at risk for flooding.
The biggest thing people can do right now is listen to their local officials. They're going to tell them what the current state of the storm is where they are at.
So that the last part is going to be key, especially for you guys as the storm arrives there. Listening to local officials' advice. That is part of the good news here in Florida. It sounds like a lot of people who were told to evacuate did listen to those orders, and so far we are not getting any reports of any significant casualties that we can talk about just yet. I do want to give you an update on the power situation, however, because there are thousands of people, 250,000 customers across the entire state that are still without power, and that is likely going to be a similar situation on your end because even though the storm has significantly weakened, still carrying a lot of rain and wind, and that could bring a lot of those power lines out. So utility crews are out here trying to get the lights back on, but as I said, recovery cleanup still likely a while away. We're live in Crystal River. Gloria Pazmino, back to you.
A lot of assessments still to be done here. Gloria, appreciate that update. Right now, I want to give you a live look from our HD tower cam. Not a pretty picture. It's been raining most of the day here in Charlotte. Now, despite that, Charlotte FC still scheduled to play a match tonight. Our Cam Gaskins is at the stadium. He's going to have a live report coming up here in about 10 minutes or so. But right now we want to bring in Siobhan Bryan. And Siobhan, you've been monitoring some of the local impacts, including the power outages.
That's right. We just heard Gloria say some 250,000 people without power in Florida right now here at home. No major power outages to report. Let's take a look at the Duke Energy outage map. A few here in the Charlotte area. Some areas west of Myrtle Beach are reporting outages. No surprise when you saw what was behind Brandon. We, of course, will let you know if anything changes. Now, if you're planning to travel for the Labor Day weekend, you may be wondering if this storm will impact your travel plans. Today, there have been more than 150 flight delays at CLT, 93 flights canceled altogether. At the moment, the airport is not showing any delays for flights this evening. Now, because of Idalia, Charlotte-Mecklenburg schools canceled all after-school activities. Anson and Lancaster County schools have switched to remote learning for tomorrow. Speaking of Lancaster County, people there hoping the storm doesn't cause flooding as seen from prior storms they've seen.
If it comes really quick and it doesn't have a time to drain off, that very well could do it.
Lancaster County Emergency Management telling people stay off the roads, stay home, as the heaviest rain is expected tonight through early tomorrow morning. And of course, we're keeping an eye on road conditions for you as well. A live picture at I-77 North at Woodlawn. Traffic is moving, but you can tell those roads are wet. Please drive with caution out there, because not only do we have local traffic, but also people from Florida, South Carolina, and Georgia that are driving up through North Carolina to get away from the storm's path. And we've been telling you both North and South Carolina are both under a state of emergency. But what exactly does that mean? So it means the state's emergency operations plan is now activated and anti-price gouging laws are put in place. It also allows government leaders to take extra measures to protect you, the public. State officials can also ask for federal funding for disaster response if it's needed. Now, there have also been several terms thrown around as we've been tracking Idalia. One question we got from a viewer is, what exactly is a king tide? We got an answer for you. It's just ahead at 7:30. Jamie, a lot to follow with this storm, but for now, I'll send it back to you.
Not over yet here. We got to deal with it here in the Carolinas.
Exactly.
Siobhan, appreciate the latest there. Coming up next here on Your Side Tonight.
A rideshare company made just for women.
We're not just driving women or creating a safe work environment. We're building community with them.
How the company got its start right here in Charlotte. It's tonight's cover story.
And Tropical Storm Idalia continues to bring impacts to the Carolinas. You're taking a live look now for Myrtle Beach, where there's a tornado warning that's now in effect just on the north side. So we're going to be watching for some offshore circulation that'll be working onshore here momentarily. Latest of our impacts here and how long they stick around next.